Hi everyone, welcome once again to A.O.S. Abroad. Thank you very, very much for joining today. Really, really do appreciate. Thank you for joining once again to this wonderful episode. And today we are going to be having a very unique conversation, a conversation related to immigration, related to how would I call it now? Related to the caregiver program. So if you are one of the people or one of the persons that would really like to get informed about what is going on as regards the caregiver program, then stay tuned to actually enjoy one of this remarkable, wonderful, and interesting conversation. And this conversation is a conversation that I think we would always be having things like this up until March 31st, 2025, up until when it is officially launched, which is the new pilot programs for caregivers. So, if you want to learn more about it, then stick around. For those that know, I'm Aziz Shudur from A.O.S. Abroad, and we talk everything related to travels, immigration, and actually succeeding when you finally land, or even before you land, how to actually source for funds, how to, you understand, educate yourself about your travels, knowing your options, and choosing the best pathways for you. Now, there have been a lot of things going on around about caregiver program, and we actually felt it's quite important for us to come and actually discuss it because these caregiver programs that are coming, the pilot program specifically, that um, the immigration authorities of Canada are going to launch, is going to actually, you understand, it's going to really, really be something that a lot of people need to be aware about. It's going to be something that a lot of people are going to benefit from. But the last time we talked about the caregiver programs or the pilot programs, you understand, under this live session, I showed you, for those that actually joined on YouTube. As you know, we always have our live sessions on Instagram, we have it on TikTok, and we also have it on YouTube. And for the last time we actually had a similar live session, I talked extensively on the caregiver programs we had before, the old caregiver programs. Do you understand? And the new program, what you should expect from the new as a result of studying the old. And today we want to really dive deep into some of the eligibility criteria that we feel that this new pilot program will have. And there's always a trend when it comes to caregiver programs. Caregiver programs, they get opened, but they are not always, you understand, left open. Like a lot of people actually get the slot of caregiver program quickly than, you understand, you may actually think. I remember the last caregiver programs that were launched, you understand, by Canada last 2 years, 3 years and above. You understand? Once they launch it January 1st, before you know it, it may even be that January 1st is going to actually close because a lot of people have already prepared for that pilot program before, or for that program before it actually launches, so that as soon as it launches, people till as in it's always as bad as from midnight 12 a.m. people have started applying to what, to those caregiver programs. And which caregiver programs am I talking about? Basically, I'm talking about the old caregiver programs that are now closed, which are the home child care provider pilot program and home support worker pilot program. These programs are now closed, you understand. But again, if you want to actually come into Canada permanently now, you understand, to become a permanent resident of Canada, as soon as you come in, those programs I talked about, when you are coming in as, you understand, a caregiver, you didn't have opportunity to become a permanent resident immediately. You understand? You have to first of all work in Canada for a year or two. You understand? After working, then you understand, you could have gathered Canadian work experience, and from that you make use of that together with other documentations to apply for permanent residence. But when it comes to this program right now, these new pilot programs, the Canadian immigration body are, you understand, introducing, from what they said the home care worker immigration pilot. These are the programs that are going to be launched. When exactly are they going to be launched? The new what they call it, the new what do you call it? The new caregiver programs, as it states, the new home care worker immigration pilots would open on March 31st, 2025. You understand? And they said they would inform us, they would give us more details about how the program is going to be actually done. You understand shortly. That was what they stated on the Canadian immigration website. But um, we want to talk about you not just waiting on that March 1st or March 31st, 2025, because a lot of people are going to actually get selected even on that day. Do you understand? If they open the pilot, if they, you understand, open the what do you call it now? The portal for people to actually apply. So don't wait on just that. You can wait on that particular day to know what they expect. Do you understand? But start working on actually gathering your documentations before that date so that you don't get caught off guard if you are part of those who want to benefit from the new caregiver pilot program, but you may not have that chance if you slack on the opportunity. So what am I saying in essence? Based on the home child care provider pilot and the home support worker pilot, we know some facts. We know that if you want to say you are a caregiver, there are some certain things that you need to have. Do you understand? There are some certain requirements that you need to actually have that would assist you to show not just your desire to actually immigrate to Canada as a permanent resident, but would also show your work experience as a caregiver. It will show your educational background as a caregiver. And the beauty of this program they want to launch, is that they have said it already. We know for a fact that anyone with at least secondary school certification, do you understand? That means what? The secondary school diploma can actually apply. That is the minimum. Though I always tell people, don't just focus on the minimum. Do you understand? Have more to show so that it's going to be more or less difficult to not give you that opportunity to come to Canada as a caregiver. So, for instance, if you want to come to Canada as a caregiver and maybe you already have your secondary school certificate, you can actually work on getting some certifications in caregiving. Do you understand? If you have a diploma in healthcare, better. You understand? You are much more qualified than someone that just has the minimum criteria, which is the secondary school diploma. That does not mean they will not pick someone with the secondary school, but at least have something more than the average person. Have something more that will show that you have invested more time, you have invested more effort and more resources and more, you understand, educational academic pursuit towards what, towards that caregiver program. Now there are a lot of people that are going to be given the opportunity to actually migrate. Some may say, okay, yes, they are caregivers. We have seen people that will say they are senior caregivers, even personal support workers may have the opportunity, you understand, home care representatives. People like that would have the opportunity. But apart from just, you understand, waiting on March 31st, 2025, you can start gathering some of those documents you mentioned. Your degree, your diploma, your certifications, even doing some certifications on Allison, for instance, can actually show that yes, you have invested more. And some certifications may be free, some may be cheap, some you may not need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to actually acquire. Do you understand? So you can work towards getting some of those documentations. And the beauty of this program, again, is that they said if you have experience, you understand, and normally for the last programs that they had, you need to have maybe like 1 or 2 years of experience. Now, similarly, they may say yes, you need work experience. I said the last time when we had this kind of conversation that the minimum they were asking from category based selection, you understand, candidates were 6 months of experience. Yes, 6 months of experience may work for this program. 1 year experience may work for this program. But the beauty about it is the more years of experience you can actually gather, the more years of experience you can show proof for, the better your chances. Do you understand? Because there are a lot of other people that have or that may have what you also have. Do you understand? So actually, you showing more requirements, more things may kind of single you out from all other people. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the first thing, just like I said, your educational credential assessment, very important. Get them ready. Diploma, degrees, certifications. The second thing is your work experience. The more experience, the more years of experience you have, the better. Either 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, the more you have. And another thing I would kind of advise people, do you understand, is don't just focus on one aspect or one part of, like, okay, caregiving. There are different kinds of caregiving, there are different kinds of pathways. There are caregivers for seniors. Do you understand? Seniors like adults, people that are old. There are also caregiving for young children, for um people or children, toddlers. It may be toddler. There are different types. Maybe babies, just little babies. Maybe toddlers. It may be, again, people with disabilities. Yes, people with disabilities is another type of caregiving. If I'm you and I want to actually come into Canada as a caregiver through this pilot programs, you may actually try to get certifications in senior caregiving, experience in senior care, if you can. Also, try to get in child care. Do you understand? Child care, some educational credentials, some work experience. You understand? Get something in that line too. For disabilities as well, I would always really advise people, you understand, and suggest them to go get some certifications dealing with people with disabilities. Do you understand? Yeah, Rosalind said home child care and home support worker. Yes, correct. So those were the old pilot programs that were available for Canada immigration, you understand, for those who want to come in as caregivers. But now, the new program, which is the home care worker pilot, immigration pilot, is going to be launched, as they said, on March 31st, 2025. But what we are trying to tell you is, don't wait until then before you start gathering your documentations. Do you understand? Don't wait until then before you make sure that all the requirements that are needed by the immigration body, that is when you now start scrambling to actually get them. That may not really help you, you understand, that much. Try to work on getting what you need right now so that before then you are more ready than the average person. Before then, you have that opportunity to actually compete favorably with other people that would more or less be ready, you understand, for the immigration pathway by then too. Now, another thing I want to actually inform you about is that, just like they said, this is going to be a direct pathway to permanent residence. Do you understand? And for it being a direct pathway to permanent residence, under PMPs, they always say something. Make sure that you are what? You are PR ready. You understand? Make sure you are immigration ready. How would you make sure you are immigration ready? Do you understand? How will you make sure that all what they may ask, all what um is going to be needed by Canada, you have actually worked on it? You have to look into the immigration website, Canada.ca website, go to the IRCC portal, and look into what they are looking for from someone that is a permanent resident. As simple as having your social media state that yes, you are a caregiver. Having your social media accounts, whether be Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, for instance, some people have started looking for jobs in Canada right now because yes, the new caregiver pilot programs require you to have job offers. Do you understand? At least one. Do you understand? The more the better, but at least have one job offer so that if one doesn't work, the other can work. But what I'm trying to say is, as little as you showing on LinkedIn that you're a caregiver can go a long way for you to actually either get that job or not, or be seen by the immigration body as someone that is serious or not. What do I mean? Some people, just like I see in some of our clients, some of them on their LinkedIn profile, they'll say CEO of something stitches. You understand? But it is this same person that wants to come into Canada as a caregiver. So they'll be wondering that there's a conflict of interest there. Do you want to come to Canada as a fashion designer or as a tailor? Or you want to come into Canada as a caregiver? because you have not updated. There's nothing wrong in you pivoting. There's nothing wrong in you leaving one profession and going to another profession. There's nothing wrong in you majoring in one profession, you understand, full time, but still doing another side gig at the side. There's nothing wrong with that. But what we are trying to say in essence is that your social media platform, you are coming to Canada, you are taking a huge, big step, a decision that would really, really change your life. And you have not yet shown preparedness for that decision by still putting some things that are not meant to be on your social media there. Do you understand? You have to, if you want to start, if you really want them to see you as someone that is ready to be a caregiver, someone that is ready to come into Canada, you have to start playing the part right now. Do you understand? You have to start playing the part right now. So if you are on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook, how well are you sharing content about caregiving already? How well are you sharing content about what you want to do, what you want to achieve? It's not compulsory to be telling all the whole world that you want to migrate to Canada. It's not compulsory. But what I'm saying is, on your social media, your LinkedIn, for instance, did you say you are a caregiver? Do you understand? Specialized in maybe like CPR, in AED, in first aid, in things like that. Have you shown many of those things on your social media platforms? Have you started showing content to show that, okay, this person may be in caregiving, or this person may already have knowledge, already have work experience in caregiving. This person may be a good fit, you understand, for a particular role in caregiving. If you don't have many things on your social media portraying you as that healthcare professional you want to actually immigrate to Canada as, you may not have the opportunity when you are starting to apply for jobs, when the immigration officers are trying to look at your background to see if you qualify for the program that you are actually applying to. Do you understand? So start playing the part right now, basically. Start playing the part towards you actually becoming a caregiver or being a caregiver in Canada when you finally land. Now, I alluded to a point when I was talking about social media, which is that of job offers. Yes, one of the major requirements of this pathway to Canada is that you should actually get a job offer. And many people, in fact, I too was actually thinking about it, you understand, the wrong way. And this is a clarion call to everyone that is actually wanting to come into Canada as a caregiver. As a caregiver, the benefit of you coming in, or the benefit of you being a caregiver or coming in as a caregiver, is that you can get a job from either an organization, you can get a job from a family member, you understand, or a friend, or maybe someone that needs, basically the kind of jobs you need to be looking for, the kind of ways you need to be sourcing for jobs. It's not only you applying on Indeed, applying on LinkedIn, applying on Job Bank. Yes, those platforms can still work. Don't doubt me. They can still work, of course. There are a lot of people that are getting jobs through Indeed, LinkedIn, Job Bank, Canada, and the rest of them. But sometimes you may need to think outside the box. Do you understand? Think outside the box in a way that you start networking and connecting with people that really needs care services, home care services. Let me give you a particular instance. If you know of a friend that is in Canada, or a family member that is in Canada, that actually has children, or at least even a child, it may not be even two or more children, but even a child in Canada, if you know someone that is in Canada already, that is either your friend or your family member and has a child, and that person, maybe for instance, that person is working, is going, you understand, out, doing some shifts, going to work and everything, and you are close to that person, and you can actually help that person take care of his or her kid, then you can introduce that person to the new caregiver pilot program and tell the person that how would that person like you to come to Canada and actually care for his or her kids while they are actually going to work. Do you understand? So you don't need to really. It's good that yes, you apply to organizations, you apply to home care, you understand, establishments, but this new pilot program may actually allow individuals. people that need care services. You understand? In Canada, and it doesn't. You don't need to. It's not compulsory that person must be in Ontario or that person must go to be in Quebec. The person can be in any province in Canada, and that's the beauty. It's not like PNP that has different programs or different provinces for different programs. It doesn't work that way for, you understand, caregiver, the new caregiver pilot program. So you can literally get your own employer by networking with a family member or with a friend, or if for instance your own family member, let's give another hypothetical scenario, your own family member doesn't have a kid, or your own family member, maybe the kids they have are already like teenagers, they don't really need support, you understand, then you can actually ask that your family member that, oh, okay, or your friend, it may not be your family member, or anybody you are even talking with on Facebook or on Instagram, you can ask them that, oh, okay, please, do you have a friend I can talk to, a family member I can talk to, or like a colleague in your workplace that I can talk to that may need the help of a caregiver? Do you understand? And those people, you just have to inform them. Be well informed about what you're asking for. Because as a caregiver or as someone that wants to bring in a caregiver to the country, that person needs to have a certain amount of income threshold. It's not everybody that can bring someone into Canada. Though that person doesn't need to necessarily, you understand, sponsor you in light of paying your flight ticket or things like that. You understand? You will still be the one that will do that yourself. But the person needs to have a certain income threshold to ensure that when you come and work as a caregiver, the person will be able to actually pay you on an hourly basis, at least minimum wage. Do you understand? At least minimum wage in Canada. And the minimum wage for Ontario now, if I'm correct, is like about $16.20. So inform that person that, oh, I can be your caregiver, I have, and that's why I said you should have gotten your certifications, you should have shown your work experience. You understand? You can show that person that, yes, I'm a caregiver in my home country, I have so amount of certificate. You understand? I can work as a child caregiver, or if the person has maybe and that's one another thing, it's not compulsory that person has a child. Do you understand? That person can have parents or grandparents that need home care, your own care services in Canada. So you can also provide a solution to that person that, oh, how do you feel if I actually come into Canada to care for your loved ones, to care for your parents, to care for your grandparents that need care? Do you understand? There are even some people that, okay, like kids, some kids may have been adult, may have grown into adulthood or teenage years and things like that. But some kids may be disabled. Do you understand? They may be special kids. Do you get what I'm saying? They may be, okay, Olayinka, thank you for liking my live on the TikTok. So they may be special kids. So one way you can actually get someone to support your immigration to Canada, one way you can get someone to actually give you a valid job offer, you understand, is to also talk to the person that, oh, I see, and that's why sometimes you may have to be intentional. Harmony, thank you very much for liking my live session on TikTok. You may have to be intentional. Go on these people's profiles and see if they have kids. Okay, if they don't have kids, see if they have seniors, parents, grandparents. Thank you for liking. I can see a lot of likes. See if they have disabled children or disabled family members. Sometimes it may even be, okay. I still watch the news this morning, and for those that know what is happening in Canada, a lot of snow is actually, you understand, pouring down. We're having snowstorms and things like that. And someone was complaining on the news channel that I was watching that she has to go to work. Do you understand? And her husband is at home, and she has to take care of her husband before she goes to work. Do you understand? But because of the snow and the storm and everything, she was not able to actually, you understand, assist the husband to leave the house and to go. So, like that kind of person, if you are friends with that kind of person on social media, you can speak to the person that, do you need support in taking care of your husband? Like, oh, I can come to Canada to actually support you to, if you are willing to just assist me to provide me a job offer. Do you understand? In Canada online, then I could apply to IRCC, the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada myself, to actually come support you to take care of your disabled husband in Canada. You understand? So you have to think outside the box. Some people are always just particular about um applying to jobs on job bank, on LinkedIn, on Indeed, you understand, different websites. A lot of people, other people will do the same thing. Thank you, Harmony. I see a lot of likes from you. Thank you very much. A lot of people are doing those same things. So how can you differentiate yourself by, you understand, doing something what, like doing something that other people may not really quickly think of, doing something that you may not really have so much competition from, because you are taking the initiative to not just be doing things professionally, but to be going personally to talk to people that you know. I, for instance, I don't have a kid in Canada. I'm not disabled, thank God. None of my common law partner is not disabled, thank God. You understand? I don't have a parent that needs care service. Do you understand? But there will be other people in Canada that would have kids like that and don't have times for their kids. In fact, I see last what they call it, landlady. I remember when we were in a place and she was talking about how stressful it is to take care of children, her kids, you understand, the job she's doing and everything. And you may not even just know if you don't ask, and there's nothing wrong in asking. If you don't ask, you can't get. Is when you ask, that is when you see that, oh, if the person says, oh, yes, I need a caregiver, but I can't just afford it. Oh, okay, no problem. Do you have a friend? Do you understand? Do you have a friend or a colleague at work that would also need a care service? I am willing to actually assist. I am willing to come into Canada to take care of the person. Oh, okay. The person might say that, well, I have a friend, but she doesn't want someone to live in her house. Okay, no problem. I can actually rent an apartment when I come to Canada. I can stay on my own and just be coming you understand, daily to actually take care of the kids and go back in the night. So you have to be able to initiate conversation, basically. Be able to be willing to initiate conversations, be willing to show people your expertise on social media. Some people are just going to social media and dancing away their lives. You understand? Especially when they're not even making money on it. You're not making money, you are dancing, you are wasting your data. Do you understand? But there are ways you can use that same data that you are wasting to actually earn money. There are ways you can use that data to build connections with people in Canada. Man like Ayo, thank you very much for liking, and Harmony, thank you very much for liking on live session on TikTok. So you can use that same data that you're wasting to be connecting with people. Do you know, like on TikTok, for instance, if you just there's a place, the search button, when you just search and you put Canada, for instance, do you know that you can see people, you can see post people that post people are shared on, you understand, TikTok from Canada, and just be going on their social media platforms, be going on their messaging, on their profiles, and be seeing, oh, does this person have a kid? Oh, is this person having a caregiver already? If not, you can apply. You understand? And don't make it so much as a, how do I call it? As so much formal. Sometimes formality may not allow you to get the job. Too much formality. Yeah, I'm not saying you should not be professional in what you are doing. You can, yes, there are times for you to be professional, especially when you are connecting with someone and you are seeing that person, you understand, already vibing with you. You see that person already willing to actually give it a shot. Then you can now be professional that, yes, I'll take care of the children professionally. I'm not going to hurt them. Just like you can now be professional stating that, yes, I have first aid certificate, done CPR certificate, cardiopulmonary resuscitation certificate. Yes, I have a diploma in caregiving. I have diploma in medical management. You understand? You can now start showing professionalism in that regard. But sometimes you not showing that you are looking for a job at first may actually attract people to you. Do you understand? Not showing that you are so much. A simple way to do this, a simple instance of this is go on social media, see people in Canada, and say, "Oh, hi, how you doing? I heard about this snowstorm that is actually prevalent in Canada right now. How are you coping with it?" Do you understand? A simple, what they call it, message like that can open conversations. A simple message like that, it's just like what all these reporters and newscasters do. You understand? They go to meet people and they just ask questions about what is going on around them. Do you understand? So you to just serve as an online reporter before you now start to look for jobs. Start like an online reporter. Just basically ask people, how are you faring today? Oh, I heard about the snowstorm. Hope it's not at your side. Hope it's not affecting you. And of course, you could have checked the person's profile on social media and seen that, oh, that person has a child or maybe two or more children. And so, oh, how about your children? How are they faring? You understand? Do you have any caregiver taking care of them? Do you understand? So start to build conversations, start to build a connection in networking with people. Do you understand? Don't come in as, oh, please can you get me a job? Mm-mm. First try to know people. First try to engage with them. It's social media. Social media is not a place that, especially if it's not like LinkedIn, it's not a place that you go and be saying, you understand, things professional. So be more or less casual at first. When you are casual at first, people will be willing to talk to you. You understand? And if, for instance, they don't need your service, that is where your casual nature comes in play. If they don't need your service, from you being casual, you being personal with them, you understand, showing that care for them or their, you understand, family members, they can more or less put the word out there that, oh, okay, I have someone that reached out to me on Facebook and he says he's good in this. Okay, we have spoken a little, and I feel it's cool to actually work with that kind of thing. They can put, because again, word of mouth, it holds credence more than you even running adverts. It holds weight when one person can talk on your behalf about what you do to another person. That person is not going to be employing you or giving you a job offer because of you. You understand? The person will be giving you a job offer because of the fact that she or him heard about you from someone else that she likes, that she knows, and that she potentially trusts. Do you understand? So start building conversation on social media. Do you understand? Try to converse with people, and that is where your own preparedness comes in. Don't just be conversing with people when you don't have things to show, when you don't have something to give, something to contribute to that person. Do you understand? Because everyone in this life, we all want people that, you understand, are willing to give, even though it's going to be a you understand, give and take situation. Your own first initiative, your own first, you understand, insight towards this exercise is for you to first give something. You understand? And giving something does not need to be monetary. Because when we are talking about giving something, people are always thinking about money, money, money. It doesn't need to be monetary. You can give empathy. You can show empathy. You can give sympathy to someone. You can show care, because how can you even care for someone when you are not sympathetic? You understand? You cannot care for someone if you are not sympathetic. So the first way, if you want to really drive home your point to someone, to show your expertise without even having started working with that person, do you understand? How to show your empathy, how to show your expertise is to first of all start talking with the person, showing that personal care with the person. Do you understand? Through social media. Do you know the funny thing? There are a lot of people that use the same social media to scam people. Do you understand? There are a lot of people that use this same social media to do yahoo yahoo. So if you can now, you understand, re-engineer that social media and use that social media to care for someone genuinely, do you understand? You can of course get a genuine valid job offer that you will now use for your immigration. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, in line with you making use of Indeed or LinkedIn or Canadian Job Bank to apply for jobs, start making use of your own personal networks. Start making use of your own professional what connections on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Do you understand? On YouTube. Start conversing with people. Let people know that yes, you are truly what you say you are. You are truly a caregiver by first of all caring for them online. I don't know, am I making sense? Try to care for people online. Try to show empathy, sympathy to people online. Do you understand? And with that, I believe by God's grace, you'll be able to get that job or even get referred to someone. Or sometimes, again, the way it can work again is that, because I know Canadians, sometimes when it comes to things like this, they may not know how to do it. They may not be willing to do it themselves. And you need to understand that oh, especially when it's something that deals with the government, people are very, very, you understand, they are very, very cautious when they are dealing with the government here. So a way you can say it is when the person is already talking, when you're talking with the person and you are now asking that, okay, can that person actually assist you to, you understand, give you a job offer? If you see, if you get any objections from that person that, oh, I don't know how to do it, oh, I don't think I can do this, you understand, you can now start to actually show that person that, oh, okay, well, I have someone that I feel I can refer you to that knows the process about, you understand, running this for you on your behalf. The person will do this on your behalf. All what you just need to do, or you just need to, you understand, show us is the willingness to actually employ me. Do you understand? Rather, I would, and after then, when you show the willingness to employ me, then I would actually talk to that person to do the paperwork. Do you understand? To run the paperwork for me, you understand, to you. So that kind of thing, Modupa Daramola, thank you very much. I see the thumbs up you gave me on Instagram. I appreciate. So from that, you have taken the burden of the process from that person. You understand? From just saying that, you have shown that person that you don't want to bother them, you want to take up the responsibility, because that's one thing. People are always scared about doing things with the government, or people are always, I'll not really use the word scared, but they are being cautious. That's the word. They are being cautious. You understand? Because anything that deals with money, anything that deals, so you can take the burden off people that, oh, okay, I have someone that could actually assist us with this. Do you understand? The person can work on the, can do the paperwork while you just, you understand, sign and show willingness to, and let the person know that it's not that you are paying. Do you understand? I will run and I would work on all the payments. Do you understand? I will do that for my own head, just for you to give me a valid job offer for me to be able to come into Canada. Do you understand? So once you have those kind of conversations with people, they would see you, they will, from there they will be, you would know if they are willing to actually assist you or not, and you also will be able to get the job offer you need to work on your caregiver pathway to Canada. Now another thing that I want to also stress on is show the path. Is very important. Show the path on social media. Show the path. You know, I've been talking about social media. I don't know why I'm emphasizing on it today, because it's not that I thought about it even before this conversation, but it's just coming to my mind. Show the path on social media. I will not see someone that is on social media that is maltreating, or it may not even be the one personally maltreating, but your social media page has violence in it. Do you understand? And it is this same you that you are saying you want to be a caregiver in Canada. Mind you, just like I told you, you messaging people on social media, how would they know you? The easy way they can know you is to go through your profile. So you cannot now have violence on your profile, or you advocating for violence, or you showing something that maltreats people, something that, you understand, things that are not caring or care like in nature. You understand? You cannot have those kind of things on social media, and at the end of the day, you are now wondering why people are not employing you. Because even people that apply on LinkedIn, many a times, people that apply on LinkedIn, on Indeed, on, you understand, job bank, many a times employers go onto their social media platforms, even those that are not applying on social media, or they are not, you understand, building relationships on social media. Employers go on their social media to check, you understand, about them, because what you post freely would show more about the kind of person you are than what they now ask you to send on a job application forcefully. Do you understand? What you show freely on social media will tell them more about you, will tell them more about the personality of the person they want to employ than even the resume, because they know people lie on resume. Even the cover letter, they know people like a cover letter. Do you understand? So you showing things that you want to be known for, you showing things that would benefit you for a job application on your platform on social media would really help you. And on the contrary, you showing things that negate the care that you say you want to be caring for people when you come into Canada may actually mar your progress to actually get that job offer. Do you understand? So please, my message to you now, in part of the eligibility, yes, I talked about the eligibility criteria because that's the conversation today. I talked about you getting your educational credentials sorted, whether be it your secondary school diploma, whether be it your national diploma, your higher national diploma, your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, whether even be certifications from like Allison.com, from like you understand Red Cross, from all those places. Apart from your educational credentials, I also talked about you adding your work experience. And I said the more experience you have, the better your opportunity. We can say yes, Canada will say the minimum work experience you need is maybe like 6 months. They may say okay, minimum like one experience work experience is 1 year. But I told you that the more years of experience you have, maybe the better for you. Do you understand? So if you have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years of experience, it may work more for you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, another thing that I didn't mention, which I would also talk about right now, is your language proficiency. Hmm. My people, your language proficiency. We were still applying for jobs for people online. Do you understand? This week. And one of the things that struck me in the caregiver applications. And we have even been getting some responses from some, you understand, employers about the that's another thing. If you also want assistance on applying for jobs in Canada, healthcare jobs, then you can reach out to us. Just go on our profile, aosacademy.com or aos.name.ng. You can go on that and we can actually assist you to start looking for jobs in Canada. But that reminds me, before I forget, one of the things the employers were actually asking for was language proficiency. They were asking for language proficiency in the application. Some of them were asking for fluency in English. And how would you show fluency in English? It's through writing any of the examinations, whether it be IELTS, whether it be CELP, whether it be PTE core examinations. In fact, there are a lot of people now that we are training for these examinations for the caregiver program so that they stand a fair chance. Yes, they have said that I think this is about 4 or about 5. That's the minimum for the caregiver program. But just like I do tell people, the more points you have in your test, your language test, the better. Many people will have band 4, many people will have band 5. But when they see that only few people have band 8, that may be the thing that they will use to seclude or select those top performing people and leave the rest. Do you understand? So yes, you qualify. Yes, you were in the pool. Yes, you also applied to jobs. But the people that they may finally give the job offers may be the people that they know that has the highest point. May be the people that have the highest what? The highest probability of success through the use of their language requirements. So, and some jobs will tell you that in line with you having English, also have French language. In fact, I'm always confident with many of our French students because I know that some of them, like there's one of our clients that he maxed out his IELTS, he had a band 9 plus, you understand, band 10. Like he maxed it out basically. In his French, he had like band 5 or band 6. But I'm still confident with him because I know, yes, if they really still want to see about a bilingual, it still actually works, you understand, very well for that caregiver program because he has marked that his IELTS, he had average in his French. That is still better than someone that doesn't even have French at all. That is still better than someone that, you understand, does not even have band 9, you understand, or more in the IELTS. So he still has a better chance than many other people. So that reminds me, if you are one of those who would like to also get trained on IELTS, on CELP, on PT, or even learn French, or even prepare for TEF Canada, TCF Canada, or even DELF or DAF examinations, of course, You can also go on our channel aosacademy.com or aos.name.ng to actually get assisted on that. You can enroll to our packages, our online courses, and we can also assist you. You understand? Training for that. Now, please don't forget, all what we are trying to say in essence today, all what we are trying to talk about today is prepare well for the eligibility for the new caregiver program so that you stand a better chance than the average person. You understand? When they are actually applying for the new pilot program when it launches March 31st, 2025. So thank you very much. Do we have any questions from anyone on this live session? If you have any questions, please drop it on the comment section. If you have comments, also drop it. If you have any, you understand, clarifications, drop it on the comment section. I would like to actually have it before we call it a day. And if you want to also reach out to us later on, I've also said that you can also go on our website. I'll put it on the live set, or I'll put it on the comment section right now, website, so you can go on our website to actually learn more. And if you have any questions about permanent residence, about how to actually migrate to Canada successfully, you can also go on that website, aos.name.ng/PR. All things related to what they call it, all things related to PR, permanent residence, has been explained in details in our website. So just go on it, go learn more about, you understand, programs through that website. So thank you very much, everyone, and I do hope you got to learn one or two things about immigration here today. If you have any questions, if you want to reach out to us even later on, you understand, go on our, what do you call it? Go on our um what do you call it? Our profile, and click on the link. The link that I am also sharing is on the profile. So go on our profile and, you understand, reach out to us through there. So Becky Fabs Cakes and More is asking, okay, you are saying hi. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? How's everything? Do you have any questions for us? If you have any questions, please ask about it right now before we actually go. Um, we're going to soon round off. So if you don't have any questions, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Really do appreciate you coming on board. I don't take it for granted. Thank you once again. I hope all what we have been able to share today was very useful to you. So do have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now, everyone. Au revoir. Bye bye.